coverage tonight, we will be discussing a few things about the most alarming issue that our planet faces today, which is the ongoing food crisis. Nowhere is this issue more prevalent than the Horn of Africa, specifically in countries such as Kenya and South Sudan. Now I will be joined by our guest today, Mr. Tiban, who is our esteemed economist who has published many papers about the food crisis and how it affects our world's economy, and also Mr. Naim, who is a resident expert on the food crisis in the Horn of Africa. So, Mr. Tiban, what is your opinion about how the food crisis affects the world's economy at large?
So, food is an important key for the economic growth, which the country that living into microactivity, they are depend on the agricultural products such as supplying food for the local and as well for the international trading activity. However, the agriculture can have negative performance from the changes of the weather. Here where the supply chains is get disturbed because they are having a low demand of the supplier and as well for the international trading activity. This is why the price of the food is keep increasing with the low income for the people because lack of the resources.
Very insightful. Thank you for your insight. Now we will be moving on to Mr. Naim, who will explain a little bit more about the specific issues faced in the Horn of Africa, specifically in Kenya, where he has spent a majority of his life studying this crisis. Mr. Naim?
So you see, I'm not really an expert, but I have been in Kenya and see what happened in Kenya. So in Kenya, food crisis in Kenya has devastating effect on the household, economy, and industry. So with this, the household industry, economic, leading to food insecurity, jobless, increase the price, and many more. So we can see it's hard for them to heat the economy, to build up the economy with this kind of situation. Yes, I think that's what I see in general on the food crisis in Kenya.
Very expertly put by our resident expert. So we will be moving on to the next part after this commercial break.
My name is Iman, and I will cover for the second segment and replacing Mr. Rafi, our lovely first host for this show. So with me is Mr. Haq, and he will explain some of the impact about the impact of food crisis in Kenya.
Okay, my name is Mr. Haq, so I will explain about the food crisis in Kenya. Firstly, I think is impact of the household. The main impact, because household is a major daily life in their, because when you see the poor people get a low income, so they need something to buy. Then also when we see the rich people, they get a high income, so they need spend a lot of money. So this is major effect in their daily life. Then I see which is next part, which is industry. Industry is their produce a large of production, which is they are produce they convert to raw materials, because this is contribute to some company and they produce. So this is major part effect in Kenya. Then next part is economic growth. Economic growth is consists of the labor, technology, and work skills. So this is some contribute to some country. This is main part of some food crisis in Kenya. That's all.
Alright, that's such a great full of information given, and thank you, Mr. Haq. So moving to our next segment, we will cut to the reporter the scene in Kenya in order to ask for some of the solutions that proposed by the local Kenyan, by our reporter in Kenya, Sheila.
Thank you, Shafi Iman. As everyone already know, Kenya faced various food crises through its history, mainly due to factors such as climate change, poverty, and political instability. These crises have resulted in food shortage, high food price, and hunger for many Kenyan citizens, according to all the studies that I'll be review. The solution of this situation is to increase food product and long-term agriculture can be achieved implementing sustainable farmer method and encouraged to use contemporary agriculture technology as provide vulnerable population, especially children and low-income households, access to nutrition. Food can be improved by funding social safety net like cash program, transfer program, good feeding program, and nutrition intervention. Supporting alternative source of income can help households become less dependent on agriculture alone and increase their resilience to economic shock. Example of these cities include value addition, entrepreneurship, and offer employment opportunity. It is also possible to increase farmer access to market, simplify harvest loss, and guarantee fair price for agricultural products by extending market size and promoting trade. Finally, conductive environment for addressing the food crisis and promoting economic growth can be created by implementing policy that support sustainable agriculture, research and development, climate, and investment rural infrastructure. So that's all from the information that I got. So thank you from Kenya. Back to Safi.
Thank you, Sheila. Now we will be back to the studio. So the issue of food crisis is a complex, urgent global challenge that requires immediate attention and comprehensive solutions. So the world is facing multiple interconnected factors contributing to this crisis, including population growth, climate change, water scarcity, unsustainable agricultural practices, poverty, and conflicts. So move on to the consequences. Food crises are far-reaching impact not only individual, its health and well-being, but also socio-economic stability, political unrest, and migration patterns. Vulnerable population, particularly in developing countries, bear the burden of these challenges, facing malnutrition, hunger, and food insecurity on a daily basis. So that's all.